Hello, popcorn junkies. There's been virtually zero movie action for God knows how long. Even the joy, and we enjoyed it, the joy of Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, which we liked, check out our review, has tanked at the box office, and I just didn't feel we could bring ourselves to go and see the Garfield movie. We may well be seeing a film called The Beast, which has just come out, but anyway, so there literally hasn't even been any trailers for a while, and there's lots of chatter about, is Hollywood in a real crisis? Blockbusters aren't landing. The Memorial Weekend box office was one of the worst, I think, in about 10, 20 years. Franchises aren't delivering. A lot of hope is now being sort of, heaped, or a lot of hope is being sort of invested in Joker 2, Follow Your Do, and all that kind of stuff. So, things are a bit creaky at the edges. And so this is a trailer for Venom 3, The Last Dance. And I don't think Venom 3 is going to ride to the rescue of the cinematic box office. Excuse these glasses, I've lost my other pair. And the reason for that being is that the first film, Venom, and Venom Let There Be Carnage, the sequel, they were what I would call sort of... these are funny films, actually, to describe. They sit within the Spider-Man universe. Tom Hardy plays, is it Eddie Brock, who's also Venom. He's a symbiote. We had Carnage, who was another symbiote villain, or sort of, an antagonist that's kind of villainous and good. I think the strongest aspect of the whole Venom Eddie Brock thing is the slightly schizophrenic tug of war between the two personalities. But even the kind of Venom personality has a sense of humour and a sort of almost empathy, if you like, although frustrated empathy or sympathy with Eddie Brock, his kind of host, if you like. Eddie Brock is the host and Venom is the sort of virus. There's so much about this that should work and should be really kind of layered and complex and dark. And I have to say, of the two films they've been so far, I thought the first film, Venom, I think Rhys Ifans was the direct villain to Tom Hardy. I thought that was great. I kind of enjoyed it. It was it shot from the hip. It was kind of slightly rough at the edges. It was very short. And how I've described that one, and how I described, I think, Venom Let There Be Carnage, is they're kind of efficient B-movies. Within the superhero sort of genre, they're efficient B-movies. But I do think this area of Marvel, this Spider-Man related area, also occupied by things like Kraven the Hunter, Morbius, which was a disaster, really, let's not beat around the bush. These aren't massive. I mean, the first Venom did very well. Venom Let There Be Carnage did okay. Woody Harrelson, it was a bit of a weird fit, I thought. I'm a huge Woody Harrelson fan. So this one, Venom: The Last Dance, is going to be the final one in the trilogy. It's directed by Kelly Marcel, which is just so exciting because she's kind of gravitated from story to script and now she's directing it. So there's all to play for here and nothing really to lose for Kelly, because I think, where perhaps there's a bit of a dip at the second one, this could be her moment, her directorial moment. Obviously it stars Tom Hardy. Chiwetel Ejiofor is in there too. But most excitingly of all for me, so is Juno Temple. And for those of you, thank you, Rhys, for recommending Fargo, which we are still moving through. Juno Temple in the latest series, Fargo, is just a sensationally quirky, kooky, weird character actor who just throws in really unpredictable performances. So I think she's going to be great in this too. Rhys Ifans is in there as well. And Stephen Graham. Let's just hope Stephen Graham hasn't got the same ridiculous wig. Did he have a wig and a weird accent in the last one? Anyway, all that said, let's jump in. This is Venom: The Last Dance. We're desperate for some movie action. I'm desperate for some superhero action. And I'm desperate for something that's just cinematic.
Eddie, my home has found us.
That's a pair of shorts.
You should probably know that I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me. Stop speaking. I'm giving you a chance, sweetie.
Say when.
When?
What are you?
We are.
We're Venom!
We are.
Venom!
No.
Oh!
Yeah, we
are Venom.
You're gonna need to work on that.
Delicious! You take me to all the finest places.
I need time, well.
We always knew it was impossible. That we were alone in the universe.
Juno.
And it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
Let's go get him.
Oh, shit! We are fugitives. On the run, in the shit.
We are living the dream, my friend.
You mean it?
No!
Eddie Brock!
Mrs. Chess!
Hello!
There has to be a reason they're after us.
Eddie, my own, has found us. Jesus Christ!
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
As long as Venom lives, everyone, everything will end.
We may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
Eddie, the time has come.
Be honest with me. How fast do you think you can get that thing to go without killing it?
Only one way to find out.
Bloody hell. Well, do you know what? There's a lot in there. I like the look of it. I like his dialogue with Venom. I thought that delivery of "We Are Venom" very funny, nice sort of shtick around the whole kind of superhero. How much of a superhero? Superheroes needed to be able to say "I am Groot," and you know what I mean, that kind of thing. I do sometimes worry that the special effects around Venom, in the process of the human face being covered, the rendering gets a little bit dodgy there. And his tongue. Does anyone else ever stop and think what would it be like to French kiss Tom Hardy's Venom's tongue? Or is that just me? I think it might just be me. I think only I'm kind of going there. What could he do with that tongue? Juno Temple, not really getting much of a sense of her kind of weirdness or kookiness or craziness. Maybe she's kind of the villain there. Chiwetel Ejiofor there, kind of, very soldiery, a bit of underwater action going on too. Vegas, nice bit of Vegas, a bit of dancing. I know it's almost a sort of Venom dancing with the woman who works in the local deli or the local kind of, I don't know, tuck shop in Brooklyn or in New York. Dancing down the stairs, a little bit of that sort of Joker musical type thing. That kind of looks nice. What I would say about this more than the other, and then you've got the big kind of monster that lands on the plane and the suggestion that his own planet has come to get him, thus taking us towards the last dance. Is this going to be the end? Are they going to die? Is it all going to go up in smoke? Have they run their course? I think of all the kind of, I think I preferred this trailer much more to the, I'm trying to remember what I thought of that first trailer for Venom 2. I was getting a similar sense of, oh yeah, I can get on board with this. I quite like Tom Hardy in this. I like the fact that he's kind of a bit erstwhile and a bit sort of, a bit kind of put upon, and is actually playing second fiddle to his alter ego. Because I think sometimes the danger of Tom Hardy is in most roles, he's kind of he's the main attraction, isn't he? He's the main event. And in this, he can't be the main event. But I just can't get too much of their kind of dialogue, their interaction. I have to say, I'm intrigued. I want to see it. I'm going to go and see it.